We are back here on Carolina Women with our men on the couch, and we have Stephen Sherman. We are excited to meet you, Freedom Boat Club. What do you think?
Well, I'm excited to hear about Freedom Boat Club. I understand you have multiple locations, is that right? Or what? How does that work?
So we do. I got started about 19 years ago with the company when we first opened up over in the Savannah market, but we expanded, opened up in Hilton Head about 17 years ago. We have 2 island locations, one on the north end of the island, has about 40 boats there. We have a South Island location at Palmetto Beach. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that area on the south end down there. Palmetto Bay Marina is actually the name of the marina. And there's another 15 boats there. But then we do have a really nice one over here in the Beaufort area at Port Royal Landing Marina.
Woohoo!
We have 10 boats there. We work on what's called a boat to member ratio. So it doesn't really matter how many boats you have. It's just understanding that you keep the same boat to member ratio at each club. So
I have a question.
Sure.
Oh, first, I asked mine first. My question is, I am naive as to what Freedom Boat Club really is and what it does and how I participate.
Sure.
Did I get your question?
I think so. Yeah. What does it mean to be a club member?
Yes.
What does that get
So,
you?
Freedom Boat Club got started in 1989 with their first location down in Florida. They've grown. They're now owned at the corporate level by a nearly $8 billion publicly traded company that owns 17 different boat brands. Okay.
Oh, wow.
So
Whoa.
we're not haters on boat owners. We just understand that those people that have been there and done that, such as myself, sometimes we get away from the boat ownership experience because sometimes it's just not for us. So what Freedom Boat Club is, it's the alternative to boat ownership. You join the club like you would a country club.
Exactly.
You pay an entry fee, you pay affordable monthly dues, and then you get access to our fleet of boats where you never have to worry about cleaning, maintenance, insurance, storage, or any of the typical hassles.
I have to
Appealing.
tell you a story. I have a really good friend who is a participant in Freedom Boat Club, and he's got 2 kids, and he's always owned a boat his whole life, okay? Now he's like, if I decide I want to go out on a weekend, I make a call, the boat comes to me, or I go to the boat is clean, the boat is prepped. When I'm all done and I'm tired and the kids are grumpy, I turn the boat in and I go home.
Yep.
He said exactly what you said. He'll never, ever, 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 ever own a boat again. Plus, he gets choices of boats, right?
That's one of the great things about it is the diversity. We have an entire fleet. We have bow riders, we have deck boats, we have center console inshore fishing boats, we have center console offshore fishing boats, and then we have the big party barges.
You have
Everybody loves
catamarans, right?
No sailboats in this area. We do have some sailboats at some locations. The closest one to this area would be the Charleston location.
Got it.
Where you do have access to a sailboat there.
Okay.
We're dealing with what's called a 9-foot tide swing here,
Yeah.
which is very big, and if you understand anything about boating, that's significant.
Okay.
So usually when you're driving around on a boat that has a 5-foot keel on the bottom, and you've only got 3 feet of water in some areas, it's probably
It's a
not the
problem.
best idea.
Do you teach your folks a little bit about the waters and
Or
boat
do they
safety?
need a captain license?
Yeah, so no
operate?
licensing is required, which I think is crazy, but
Wow.
that's just the way it is in the state of
I
South
was trying.
Carolina. It's the same way in the state of Georgia too. But
Yeah.
I will tell you that in order for us to even put our members on our insurance, there is a requirement that we have mandated, and it is that they go through training with our licensed U.S. Coast Guard captain.
That's amazing.
And I will tell you that our members are more trained than probably the average boat owner,
Interesting.
sadly.
Yeah.
Well, it was really interesting because they were also talking about the safety features. I mean, and in today's world on the water, there are a lot of things that are required that I think a lot of us when we're boating just, oh, did you get the life jackets? Did you get the whistle? Did you get the...
Yeah. Our flares expire, all that kind of stuff happens, and it's smart to have everything in order.
Larry,
and
you
ju-
have
and-
to put
and
your
just,
hand...
well, and just so you know, all of the vessels are turnkey.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're all U.S. Coast Guard vessel safety check.
Good.
So
Good.
you were going to ask a question.
Yeah. So if I'm going to Charleston, I can use my membership of Freedom Boat Club?
Great question. So you get unlimited boating at your home club location, and in this area you have 3, the 2 island locations and the Port Royal location. So you get unlimited boating on nearly 70 boats at the local level, and then you can travel to all 400 plus
Wow.
global locations, and we're talking Spain, Australia, Puerto Rico, the UK, France, and you can use every single location 4 times each per year,
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Okay.
which is an awful
That's a
lot
lot
of
of
additional
travel.
boating.
That is.
Yeah.
This has
It's what
been.
I aspire to do.
There you go. This has been fascinating. Thank you so much for
Are
joining
memberships
us.
month to month or per year? Or
That's also a
Yeah.
good question. It is a month-to-month agreement with us. It's not a term membership like a lot of them.
good thing to
Okay.
try out.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Stay with us. More to come.
Well done.
Here in Carolina Women.